Oh, okay, never mind. No more shoutouts for follows. Welcome, guys. We have a Megarandom Diplo Regicide free-for-all. No allied victory. I guess I was a little bit too late with control grouping the kings. I have to go around real quick. Do that as fast as possible. And then I will address the map because, oh my gosh, this stuff's so exciting. Where's the king here? Red, where's your king? There we go. I need to control group that. Well, it looks like a couple of these kings I was unable to get, but yes, check this out. What is this? This is actually quite interesting. Quite interesting indeed. Now, I allowed the players to pick their civilization, and being mega random, I think this is pretty good for a Diplo game because it might be able to, you know, choose allies next to one another and trade in the early game. Look at Nadir. He should immediately change his stance so he can keep his scout alive. Snippy's gonna be like, nope. I'm gonna kill the scout. It's funny because Nadir actually said something. Oh man. Oh no, it froze. What just happened? I can hear, you know what, I need to get out real quick. Oh, whoa. Whoa. What's going on? What is this? Sorry guys, technical difficulties. I wonder if I close out real quick. If I can just get back in. Give me one moment. I should be able to just get back in. Try this again. Don't worry. It's gonna work. I gotta find it. There it is. Okay, we're back in. We don't have the control groups anymore. Oh, it's doing it again. This is weird. You see this? Like when I click stuff, you see this? What is this? Make a face. I've never seen this before. Yeah, something's definitely wrong. I'm gonna have to message them. I wonder if it's the host. Like, I don't know what could be causing this problem. Whoa, now I'm back. Well, if it persists, then we'll go from there. It could be that they're all changing their stances with one another, I don't know. Let's act like the game just started. If you're just now seeing this, then we had some technical difficulties. The stream should be fine. Let's just talk about the game. Okay, so now this is a Diplo free-for-all Regicide on Megarandom, size 6 or size 4. Okay, we had some technical difficulties. It looks like Green was actually trying to chase that boar down. Everyone's very close to one another. Everybody has a king, everybody has a castle. It's a pretty good map, that's what I was talking about. And everything should be fine. Let's introduce the players real quick. We don't have as much time. Adam is in the teal, playing as the Chinese. In the orange, players were allowed to pick civs. Mongols for Snippy, one of the best free-for-all players, I think, to watch. Nadir is playing as the Franks. In the red, we have Ready. I'm going to call him Ready, playing as the Japanese. In the yellow, we have Crazy Nick playing as the Mongols. So 2 Mongols players. We have Britons for Fozzie. In the blue, we have Desandres playing as Teutons. In the green, we have Japanese for Mr. Dupe. And back to Adam. That's a very interesting set of civs when I allowed them to pick civilizations. That's what I have to say. Like, seriously, I'm very surprised. I mean, Mongol is obviously very good, but I'm very surprised we saw the likes of Franks and Japanese and things like that. Chinese is okay. Well, let's talk about the map a little bit. In the middle, there's not a lot to fight over. There are some relics. Decent gold piles to start with, decent stone piles to start with. Looks like some bugged gold in the back, a lot of wood in the back with cliffs. No wood in the middle, well, not a lot of wood in the middle, but there are hills. I feel like since this is Diplo, we could see players try and trade. So we could see, for example, Nadir be like, hey, Snippy, hey, Adam, let's just team up and start trading in the feudal age, because you know what? That sounds like a good idea. Try and hang on and take advantage of the extra gold. We'll have to see. But feudal age upgrades coming in. Some people are already in the feudal age. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, all these guys are playing from my live stream, and if you'd like to get involved, you can look below the YouTube video if you're watching this in the future, and look for my link, my Twitch link, which is my live stream. Love to see you there. Adam looks like he's gonna have a nice fast castle time. One of the best in the game. Well, it is the best in the game. Everybody else lagging behind. Chinese I like, Mongols I like because they can make the Chuko news and the Mangadai out of the castle and run around and get some map control. You're not going to see throwing axemen from Franks. You're not going to see samurai from the Japanese coming out in the castle age. And plus, I don't think they're that good either in the late game. Are you watching this in the future? Is this the future? Well, that message is in the future in comparison to when I originally said that. So, maybe. I don't know. I was talking to my YouTube viewers. Somebody must be lagging a bit. The classic, player 6, fix your ping message is being said. I always loved that. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure if he could fix his ping, he would do that. But yeah, it's always frustrating playing with lag in Age of Empires. Hopefully this resolves. Everybody else trying to fast castle. You can see, this is pretty good for Ready Teddy. Decent gold position. Good stones. The problem will be the hills. I'm going to take a look and see who is allied with whom. You can see the stances here. So allied with... We're looking at Adam right now, and he is allied with Mr. Dupe and Desandres. And if you look at his location, that's not too bad for him. That makes perfect sense. They're right above him. It looks like he's actually not allied with Snippy? Okay, so Snippy does not want that. The lag seems to be real, as Desandre says. Hopefully they can resolve that, because I don't like that. Don't like that at all. F you, YouTube. Nimino, a proper moderator. Giving the F you to the YouTube viewers. You're finished, Nimino. You're finished. So whoever's lagging, hopefully they can resolve it. Hopefully, if they can't resolve it, they will sacrifice themselves for the sake of everybody else, but you don't want to see that. And you never want to see someone resign in a situation like that just because there's resources generated for that player, so if they resign, then someone can always go over there and snatch it up later on. A little bit unfair. But with the Castle Age times, I do expect a bit of a boom. Interesting little wall from Mr. Dupe on his gold. Mr. Dupe, every player in here that's played before is kind of known for something. Mr. Dupe is known for making everything in the book, so he'll make pikemen, skirm, probably samurai this game. He makes absolutely everything, and he'll do it in the feudal age. Now, Adam, to be honest, Adam's more of a metagame player, which is definitely something to be known for. Probably one of the best things to be known for. The most entertaining player, the player we will probably watch, is Snippy. Snippy is known for his petard into king sniping, which may be a little bit more difficult for him with this map setup, but it's certainly doable. He has done it before, and he might do it again. Most players have their kings in the castles. Adam actually went with a couple scouts. I find that interesting. I feel like the boom's the better approach behind your castle. But then again, it depends where your castle is. If you're red, your castle's way in the back, not really providing much cover, and your berries and your gold could be problematic. But I like the walls from red. This is pretty good. If you can wall this off and wall this off, he secures all those resources. So we're going to see some big booms, and maybe some trade deals. You know, maybe players are going to be talking to one another, trying to figure out what they want to do, who they want to kill. But it's relatively relaxing right now. Ginger says, what is Dipwell? Well, you can go up here. If I was a player, if I was Adam, I could go up here and I could change Nadir to ally. Now, Nadir would have to agree, of course. So you have to be a nice guy. Are you still lagging a bit? I mean, I can message Adam and I can say who's lagging and I can be like, hey, tell him to quit. But I don't want to be that guy. Everything I touch dies, says is ready. Well, Ready's gonna go with the forward wall here. I like this. Are the bets still going? Oh gosh, I didn't start a timer on that. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more minute. Thank you for telling me that, Fire Enzo. Alright, well, you guys had a pretty good jump start in the bets. You have one more minute. Then they'll close. I haven't done that in a while. Castle Age time's coming in for most players. Mr. Dupe's still a bit behind with that. But like I said, he makes everything. He has a stable. He has spears coming out. He does not shy away from variety. I'm guessing if you were to go out to eat with Mr. Dupe, if you were to go on a date with Mr. Dupe, he would get a little bit of everything. You'd probably get a little bit off your plate as well, so it might not be too enjoyable. Variety is the name of the game for Mr. Dupe. Meanwhile, like Adam the Rabbit, who's very much a metagame player, he'd probably get the same thing all the time. He knows what he likes. We're gonna talk about food now. This is a food channel. Oh man, that's a good pick-off for Crazy Nick if he can get the last archer. No, looks like he did get one archer. Or that might have been a villain. You know what? That was not an archer for Red. This is actually a good engagement for Red. Red picked off Crazy Nick's villager. That's what that looks like. It was yellow for a moment before it withered away. But I don't know what the archers will do for Red. He's sending them out. That might cause problems, actually, but not going to be able to run towards the castle in the TCs. I think relics are important. It looks like Adam is going to go with his metagame. Bring in that relic. That's really, really smart. He's actually going for this one as well. And I don't think Mr. Dupe and his variety lifestyle is going to be able to stop that with just spearmen. He doesn't have them out there. You can see everybody else is booming up. This is a really bad castle generation for Fozzie. Because as Britons, he would like that stone, but he does have this one. I noticed Fozzie hasn't collected that boar. It does kind of show your skill level if you do not collect the boar like that. Red's gonna pick off another villager, and that's because Crazy Nick does not have loom. And Mr. Dupe saying last up. Well, it's okay, Mr. Dupe. It is a free-for-all. And you know what? The player that's first with the score normally is not the person to win, because everybody sees them as a threat and teams up against them. Get a Snickers? I don't need a Snickers. Booming up is the name of the game. That is the game they are playing. Ooh, check this out. Okay, let's go to Desandre's. He has 3 knights. Is he allied with Gray? Oh boy, he is not. They are enemies, and Gray is right there. Oh no, I feel so bad for the guy. Because his base is kind of exposed. If he had a castle on the front, it would have been a different story. Knight's gonna be on his gold. So bad. I mean, these are strong knights too. Bloodlines and a defense upgrade. He's not gonna be able to do anything about that. And Desandre could go for a castle too. I wonder where he will put that. Red's here as well. Oh, Fozzie, I feel so bad for you, man. This is just so unfortunate. He's forced to put a watchtower there. If Blue puts a castle here, right here in between the golds and the stones, which he could easily do, it is going to be a nightmare for Fozzie to get back into this game. Fozzie needs to start messaging Blue and being like, hey, I'll do what you want. This is Diplo. Just be friends with me, please. That's all I want. I want friendship. I want compassion. Town center from Blue. Red has done a lot of damage with just 2 archers. I don't think he's made any more. I think he killed like 2 vills and maybe 1 more over at Gray's base. And now he's gonna run over to to Blue's stone. And I don't know what's up with not getting loom, but Blue also does not have loom. And Red's gonna kill another villager. This is insane. Maybe even 1 more. So what's the KD for Red right now? He has 7 kills? Well, 6. He might not get that one. Nope, he's gonna get her legs. There you go. Unbelievable. 2 archers, 7 kills. Towers from Fozzie. He really needs a castle. Everyone else, nothing's really going on. I need to move my drink away from the keyboard because I expect a Snippy moment. Okay, he's making Mangadai. He has a siege workshop, so a Snippy moment, if you're unfamiliar with Snippy moments, is a king snipe. Maybe he's going with his metagame, but I'm thinking he's going for the king snipe soon. What he likes to do, and I'm thinking he will turn on Adam because, well, not turn on Adam, go against Adam. As Red lost his archers, military won. Whoa, holy outpost from Red. Look at all the outposts in the middle. Ready Aquaria is ready to see what's going on. This villager is doing work. He's given a job, and he's doing a good job at that. Everybody's trying to get that middle control. I think the archers went down for Red, unfortunately. Mr. Dupe's gone with his variety lifestyle, like I said. Pikeman. Still, well, 2 TCs for him. Even still has that 1 pikeman in his gold. And now a castle from Adam, and this is a good position for Adam. I mean, he has multiple TCs running, 4. He's going for a castle on the gold, which may or may not be his. I actually think it might be Dupe's. But now it will be Adam's after that castle goes up, and Adam's not going to be able to stop that. Over here, blue is still on gray. The towers are not going to be enough, and blue is going to go for that castle. Chain Barding's coming in as well. This is probably impossible for gray now. Once the castle goes up and he has no gold, I don't see how he can push back. The only thing he can do is be friends with blue. Now keep in mind there are kings in this, and interesting that this castle's almost down. I'm not sure how that happened. But Red has his king back there. It could have been a petard rush from Nadir, who has knights, but we have to focus on the kings as well, not just the main bases. Samurai came out to try and help. I think the fact that these knights went below the castle for a second will certainly help Red out. But if I were Red, I would repair this, wall up the base of the castle a bit maybe. Yellow's coming out to this gold now. A lot of action. Oh, these guys are allied. I forgot. I keep forgetting that they are allied. So for now, Adam is not going to kill Dupe. What's Snippy up to? Snippy has a Mangonel. He's making Mangadai. A lot of Mangadai. And a lot of stone for Snippy. Again, who is he allied with? He is allied with Crazy Nick, who's on the other side. And then Nadir. And that's it. Red sent a samurai into the TC, not going to do a lot. Red's repairing that castle, not going to do a lot. Well, that will do a lot. Or Gray. His king's back there. He has longbows, but he can't access gold. He did get a castle up there, though, so maybe in a couple hours he'll be able to take blues down. We'll have the garrison built, though. What else is going on? Just glancing around. Probably smart for Dupe to put his own castle up here, because of course Adam could just turn him to enemy at any time, but it's very kind of Adam not to do so, and I think smart as well. Well, looks like Adam's over here. Snippy's not liking it. Unbelievable that Adam was able to pick off that Mangonel. Get a conversion, but that's an interesting castle from Snippy. You could click up to the Imperial Age soon. I'm looking at the Vil count, and it looks like Crazy Nick, Snippy, and Adam are above 70, closing in on 80. Max the Dragon, trust me, my pronunciations have always been bad. That will never change, and I like to stick with mine, just like Kebab Boy. I will always say Kebab Boy to the end of time, even though I know it's wrong. Good position for Snippy, though. I feel like Mongols are so fast. He could do a lot of damage. The one bad thing is that he might not be able to access the stone. Players are running out of gold. They need to get to the middle for gold. Adam's out into the middle. It looks like Dupe and Adam are going to be best friends. But out here, Reddy and Nadir are still fighting it out. And Nadir's not giving it up. I don't know if you guys remember the Pilgrims game, but Nadir was very stubborn. What's going on? 600 viewers? Well, this is a Diplo free-for-all game, so all of these players can choose their enemies and allies. And they all have kings, and only one player can finish this game, so it's pretty crazy. Still no trade. A castle here from Crazy Nick. This is not looking too good for Ready Aquaria. I'm going to take a look at his point of view. Is he allied with anybody? Nope, that's a mistake. You have to be nice to people. You have to somehow make friends in this cruel world, because otherwise you will go down. To be honest, probably a bit of an offensive move from Crazy Nick because he wants all this gold. And he's in a good position with both extra gold piles too. As Mongols, I really like this position from Crazy Nick, to be honest. Snippy's here. He's on his way to the Imperial Age. Adam's already there. Adam has 2 relics, remember that. He has started trade as well, and he is sending the carts to Mr. Dupe's market, so that's gonna take time to pay off, but that's good. And keep in mind, anybody could turn at any time. Baturi says 610 viewers and still no partnership. Surely someone can help you out with that. If you can get their name, you can give it to me, because I honestly have no clue, man. No clue what to say. Sadly, nobody in the Age of Empires community can really, you know, do anything. Age of Empires community is really small. So I just have to be consistent and see where it goes. I think in time it'll happen. But I try not to get too stressed out about it. Big fights are gonna come in. Oh, there's a Snippy moment! Snippy moment! Look at this! He's on his way up to Imp. Look at this! Petards! He's definitely going for the king. I don't think he's gonna be successful, guys. He has to go through a lot of castles, and I'm guessing he's going for Adams. Snippy, listen, this guy knows how to play Regicide. Can we just say that? He knows how to play Regicide. He goes immediately for the king every time. He does not mess around. I love it. The petards are coming out. And he really doesn't mess around with the petards either. Look how many he has queued up. I know it could be petard, but I prefer petard. I stick with my pronunciations, like I said previously. Over here, what's going on? It looks like blue is actually attacking gray. I didn't think this was really important in the grand scheme of things, because I didn't think gray had a chance. I know that's sad, but it's the truth. Another castle going up on gray's face. That TC is going to go down. I assume the king's there, yeah. Not looking good. Even teal's coming over to finish off gray. But Snippy is thinking about pushing Adam. I think Adam can hold this, though. I hope Snippy doesn't commit like 50 petards and get pushed back, as he's done before. Because we have Elite Chukunu and a ton of skirms from Adam. He's expecting an attack. He's actually sending out his own trep. He might be the one initiating the attack. Over on this side, yellow is, well, probably thinking about Mangadai. He's bringing in a relic, which is very smart. And gray could be the first one to die. Pretty sure that was some friendly fire there from blue. He just killed his own knight. I don't know if you saw that. That's his knight. He killed his own knight. Rest in peace. And trade from Adam. And Snippy could repair his castle if he wants, or he could just let that go down, collect as much stone as possible. Build another one over here. Snippy, I think, if he went to the left, could kill Nadir. Whoa! How did Fozzie get his king out here? Fozzie, what are you doing? He tried to make a run for it. He's gonna die! Oh, poor Fozzie. Poor Fozzie. Oh, he made a run for it. How did he get there? He ran right past all the action. Because he knew he was gonna die. Glad I caught that. Snippy with 1 kill already. Fortunate. But typical Snippy, getting the kills. And look at this, he's still going for it, guys. And how many petards does it take, right? And how many licks does it take to get to the end of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Well, how many petards does it take to finish off a king? We'll find out. But a ton of elite skirms. I really don't see just standard Mangudai with only fletching doing anything. Snippy has wasted a ton of resources on these petards. It's kind of sad to see if it doesn't work out. Speaking of not working out, Reddy is struggling. He's finally gonna lose that castle, and after that he's gonna be fighting uphill. He's only now making pikemen, and this barracks will go down most likely. He has one extra one up, and he's building more frantically. He's running out of space, guys. This is not looking good for the guy that has no allies. On the other side, blue is still pushing in on gray. He can take that space, which would be helpful. Yellow hasn't done anything, but he is focusing now on red as well. I'm pretty sure Snippy just petarded this down. No other explanation, really. But I really like Dupe and Adam's position. And in fact, I'm going to take a look at the achievements real quick. I want to see Adam's trade profit. Where is that? There we go. Okay, only 300, but if they can maybe finish off blue or allied blue, the trade profit will be better over time. I don't know if he's making any more trade carts, but it does add up. Certainly you need a longer distance than what they have. I just like their position better on the hill. They have more space. I think Nadir's going to lose that castle. Red is holding for now. Throwing Axeman for Nadir, though. He's still in the castle age. Man, all eyes are on Snippy, really. He still doesn't have Bodkin Arrow. He needs Bodkin. He needs Bracer. He needs upgrades on the Mangudai to be able to do anything against skirms or run past elite skirms, which are fully upgraded. Adam's getting all the best upgrades. He's really on top of it. Oh, good clear up. Look at this. These knights from Nadir are cleaning up all the skirms from Adam. A lot of skirms going down, but I mean, Adam's researching Halberdier. He should be fine. Oriasipap says, show your face more often. It adds to the personality. Well, I did used to use Facecam in between games, and I probably will do that when I move out. When I get my new place settled in like a month or so. It all depends. Look at Crazy Nick. Look who I haven't talked about in a long time. Onager. Mangudai. How many relics does he have? Well, 1. Amazing. It's crazy. He also got Drill, which is a speed upgrade. And he's getting Parthian Tactics. This is crazy. And Chem. He's gonna have fully upgraded Mangudai. Strong play from Nick. Crazy play from Nick. But yeah, I don't think I'd ever have my face in-game. I feel like it's a distraction. Also, I tend to make some really weird faces when things happen as well. I would maybe do that for some different events and things, but it wouldn't be a regular occurrence. Okay, it looks like they've actually allied blue, or at least Adam has. He's moved his trade, sending his trade over to Desandre, so this is smart. But check this out. Crazy Nick, let's go to his point of view. Remember, Crazy Nick, I believe, is allied with Snippy. Yeah, he's allied with a lot of people, actually. He's gonna push out and try and do something. Oh, Siege Ram coming in. They will go down to Mangudai, but they're not elite Mangudai. And I wonder... I wish I would have saw what Adam saw there, because Adam was really close to those petards, and we know Snippy's gonna go for a king eventually. But this map is so cramped, I don't think he's gonna have success with it. Meanwhile, push still coming in on this side from the Castle Age Nadir. Nice house wall from Reddy. That's actually really clutch. But the throwing axemen are ranged. They should be able to stop this, take out the Treb, and take out the house then as well. It's just messy from Reddy, but he can do it. Unfortunately, I think he just needs help. Look at this. Yellow allied with blue, he is. When are they going to turn on one another? Who are they going to turn with? Crazy Nick does not have any trade. I think Adam the Rabbit has the advantage because he has trade. Everybody's kind of waiting around. Remember on Megarandom, I really don't know what's gonna happen with the maps. Looks like Blue is relocating his king back to that TC. He might be a little bit scared. He probably has a right to be scared as well, because he sees Yellow coming over. Even though they're allies, Yellow could turn at any second. This map's pretty good. It's kind of campy, though. I'm pretty sure Adam saw it. I'm pretty sure Adam just saw the petards. He said, WTF. I'm pretty sure he X'd as well. Yes. Yes. He said, I saw that. Snippy said, no, you didn't. Okay. Adam saw it. He's probably really confused. As am I, to be honest, because Snippy doesn't have any Mangadai upgrades. He should have prioritized those first. But Adam's now on alert, which is a little bit disappointing. Is Snippy going to be able to do anything? The petards have to be surprised, and Snippy, unfortunately, has ruined the surprise. And actually, he's sending Mangadai out next to Elite Skirms. He has to be careful. What's Yellow doing over here? Well, Yellow getting ready to attack. Red has actually pushed Nadir back. I mean, if Snippy wants a king kill, he should just go over here and kill this guy. Petard's now coming in from Nadir as well. I mean, everybody's using the petards. Beautiful stuff. Communication coming in. I honestly think Snippy is in trouble. He doesn't have crucial resources. He doesn't have the gold. He doesn't have the good researches either. He's basically up against trash, and he doesn't have anything to combat the trash. Like Mangadai, they can shred trash if they're fully upgraded and are in decent amounts, and you can continue to reproduce them, but he doesn't have any of those things. He just lost a castle as well. Where's Yellow at? Okay, Yellow's gonna take down these walls. He's gonna push in. Mr. Dupe just changed Adam to enemy! Look at Dupe! What's Dupe doing? Is he gonna go for a king? Dupe just went for the king! Where'd the king go? The king's here! Dupe, you legend! Look at that! Dupe was going for the king all along. And Dupe is right smack in the middle of Adam's trade. And now he's going again for the castle. Can he get it? He has more petards coming in. I don't think he can. Go, Dupe, go. He's not gonna get that down. Unbelievable. I almost missed that. Dupe almost got the king. I'm pretty sure the king was in there. But so many elite Shukunus. But this is pretty good because these castles from Dupe will actually take up the trade from Adam. Adam still has an advantage because he has so many castles. He could probably wipe Dupe off the face of the earth now, but it was a good attempt from Dupe. And now the petards from Snippy going back. Yellow's going in. He has an awful lot. I'm still trying to focus. Yellow's gonna try and pick off Red's king. Again with elite Mangadai onagers. And it looks like Nadir with his petards ready to fight and help out Yellow. And Adam's saying truce, Snippy. And Snippy says sure. Are they gonna change to ally now? Let's see it. Are they gonna go to neutral? What's gonna happen? Ally, ally! Oh wow, beautiful stuff. Meanwhile, Dupe I think is finished. Where's his king? I have to figure this out fast. Oh, it's in the TC. Okay, it's right there. I don't think that'll last long. At 82 population, Japanese versus Chinese with Lee Chukunus. He's gonna need some help, and I don't see him receiving it anytime soon. Snippy, believe it or not, after trying to blow up Adam earlier, is now friends with Adam. Down there, he's sending in the petards. Red is getting upset because he's about to die. His king will be exposed. His king will go down. At least I believe so. I don't know why Yellow's going back. Where's the king at? There it is. Oh, the petards could kill it! Yellow's finished it off. Sorry, Red. Sorry, Fozzie. We were the first to go down. It would have been cool to see the petards kill the king, though. Now, Dupe. Where's his king at? In the castle with a bunch of petards? Is he still gonna go for this? I think he will still go for this. At least he'll try and do damage. But Dupe is unable to produce any more petards. He's sending the petards out. Might need to just go for these rams. I don't know what his plan is. Blue is building buildings over here. We have to focus on blue. He's Teutons, remember. Didn't capture Ram and Cavalier. It looks like the petards are running around. And Dupe has a plan with these. Not sure what it is. I think it's a bad idea from Adam to keep Snippy alive, by the way. Snippy is definitely going to try and kill him at some point. Dupe is in this TC now. The petards are going to go down. Dupe will go down as well, so Dupe will soon die. Question is Yellow going to turn on Nadir? Or is he going to trade with him? Oh, he's going to trade with him. Okay. Somebody has researched trees, and this is really heating up. It might have been Snippy. Snippy might be going for kings. He still has the petards here. And he might be thinking about going for Adam right now. I'm getting all these names confused. I think he's gonna do it. I think he's going in. Now Adam can see what's going on because he's allied with him. Adam's king is right here. Adam's saying you should have played nice, Dupe. What is Snippy doing with these petards? I don't think he's helping Adam. I think he's going for Adam. Go, Snippy. Let's see it. I'm pretty sure he's going for it. But he's not going towards the king. Now Adam definitely sees this. He's saying, don't keep it there. WTF. Adam is immediately making Chukunu's in defense. Things are getting testy on the right side. In the middle, everything seems to be nice. Now, the petards are here. Snippy's just chilling out. Snippy's whole army could die. Like, Adam knows what's going on. What is Snippy doing? Snippy, if I were Snippy, I'd go back now. This is so funny. This is so funny. Adam's probably so scared. But they both are allied. Like, they don't want to change. I think Snippy needs to have an ally at this point, though. He needs to start trading. Oh, it might be allied with Purple because they are actually trading with one another. Interesting, because Purple's also trading with Yellow. Adam's saying don't kill trade. Oh, man. This is test. Look at this. Look at this. I would not trust Snippy at all. But if Snippy runs anywhere near this castle, Adam's just going to transfer the king. And he could just run it away. Remember, there's no upgrades. There's really no upgrades on the Mangadai except for fletching. No thumb ring for attack speed. No bracer. Well, I guess no bodkin, no bracer. Adam's saying, guys, Adam is really scared. The petards are close to the castle. I'd be so freaked out. I'd be looking back all the time. Okay. Look at the large armies now. Let's check the kings if we can. I don't even know where this guy's king is. Where's Nadir's king? Okay, it's in that castle. Now, Crazy Nick probably has his in that castle. Okay. Blue. Oh, that's Fozzie, sorry. Dupe is dead. Blue has his in that TC still. Snippy. That castle. And Reddy's dead. Adam. Okay, so we've covered all of them. We can kind of see what's going on. Purple and Yellow are allied because they're trading. Purple and Snippy are allied because they're trading. Purple's just getting to the Imperial Age. It seems like Snippy still wants to kill Adam. He always goes for the biggest scalp. Blue... I still think Adam's in a good position because Blue and him are trading. They have a long distance as well to go, but as I say that, Adam is getting pushed back. He's being 2v1. Blue is not helping him out at all. Just going with bombard towers. And this hill is important. Elite Mangadai will shred everything. And if Adam sends his military forward to push this back, he could be exposed. I'm gonna stay on Adam's point of view because he can see everything Snippy's doing. He's running out of resources. He doesn't have a lot of gold. He could be caught off guard. Two-handed swordsman, the choice from blue. That's really not the best decision in my opinion. Two-handed swordsman gonna get shredded by the Megadai. Okay, so skirm's coming out. Adam has to be careful. There are onagers here. 9 range on the onagers, 8 range on the skirmishers, and 1 big shot could end the lives of many skirmishers. And it looks like this onager will stay alive as well. And here comes potentially a big shot. No big shot yet. Snippy thinking about it. Snippy's adding more petards. That's what he's doing. Look at this. He's adding to the army. Still no upgrades on the Megadai though. It's like he has decided this is the army that will pick off a king, and that's all he's going for. He never wants to win the game. He just wants to go for the highlight reel. That's it. Over here, not much. This is the big fight. This is the only fight. It actually looks like Adam has killed off the onager and is killing a lot with his skirms. He's being flanked by some light cav and knights, but there's not a ton there. If Chukanus come in, he should be able to clear out the knights. And it looks like the Megadai are forced to go back from Crazy Nick. Blue has skirms behind. This is quite a game. Where's Snippy at? Crap, where'd he go? Oh, he's going this way! Snippy, go, 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 go! He's going for purple. No, you're traded with the guy. I don't understand, Snippy. You know what? But it's hard to understand great players. This guy's mind is too great for us to understand. No, he's running away. Purple is running away. Purple has spotted it. Well done, Purple. He's running to yellow now, and he's got to keep running. He has to be careful where he runs, because there are walls from yellow. He could run right into blue. Oh man, and yellow could always turn on him as well. Again, wouldn't be smart. Purple still hasn't changed his stance with Snippy. I guess he has now. Notice he wasn't attacking the petards. Okay, the king's going into that castle, and they're still being chased down. He has to be careful. I don't know if he can run very far. A quick wall coming up from mid-air, a lot of lag, unfortunately. Petards from Snippy are slow. They're carrying a lot of gunpowder. Might go right through the gate. If there's anybody that has the amount of petards to take down a castle calculated, it is Snippy. The gate was opened. He took out the gate. The king is running this way. Is there any military here from anybody else? I don't see it. That castle's going down. Snippy's running after the king. He thinks it ran this way. He's right. Oh, there's a Megarandom from Snippy! Are you kidding me? Get it, Snippy! It just ran the whole way around! Oh, man! And now Snippy's running for it again. Everybody else seems safe. Oh, unbelievable. Yellow, blue still fighting. Snippy's running right back to where he started. Hard to figure out who is with who. But yellow and, blue and teal are doing a good job. And yellow is now coming over. What's yellow planning on? He's probably going to help out his ally who he's trading with and trying to finish off Snippy, who's been a menace all game. Snippy's probably on everybody's bad list. But look at the trade now from Desandre and Mr. Adam. That's a long distance. Let's take a look at the trade profit for Adam now. Take a quick look. See how much he's received. That's a lot. That's a lot in comparison to others, and that's going to continue to add up. Now Snippy's like, question mark? Because the siege rams are here. Yeah, well, Snippy probably deserves to die now after what he's done to everybody else, but he's playing it smart. He's acting like he's friends with Adam. Blue is not attacking yellow. I may have missed something. That's true. That's true. Blue is not attacking yellow because he is now allied with yellow, and well, that's kind of interesting that he's allied with yellow and teal isn't. Purple's coming out. That That army should go down. Rank Cavalier not going to be enough against as many Halberdiers and Pikemen. It's so confusing because there's so many players in the middle, and normally at this point it's like a 2v2 or something, but players haven't figured out their alliances. Let's talk about Blue and what he can do. I mean, he's going Paladin now. I don't know where he... I don't know if he actually has any Cavalier, but... if he's able to get Paladin rolling, that'd be a good move. As Teutons, he can go with Bombard Cannons, which I already saw. There you go. He can't go Siege Ram, but Halberdier, Skirmisher, that's always a good move. But it's all going to come down to how he treats Adam, because obviously Adam is his trade partner. And I think he needs to leave Adam to last, and that's the same with Adam and Blue. They need to just be kind to one another. Meanwhile, speaking of kindness, what is Snippy up to? He's actually over here starting trade with Adam. He is understood he will die if he doesn't do that. But Paladin is not a cheap upgrade. Big fight in the middle. Yellow is attacking Teal. Blue is not attacking Yellow still, so it's kind of weird. Like, Blue is allied with both the players fighting in the middle. I don't get it. Blue kind of has a lot of stuff on my side, says Yellow. He's allied with him. And it looks like Yellow's talking to Nadir, so... I just find it very interesting that Blue's not attacking Teal or Yellow. He's just hanging out here. Completely safe. Very confusing. What's he planning on? Who's he gonna help? I mean, he should help Adam, because that's who he's trading with. His units are completely untouched. How often do you see this? Well, Blue's resources are looking good. He researched Paladin, but he doesn't have any Cavalier. He only has one stable, so Blue's pop-capped with just a bunch of trash. Oh no, it's not looking good. He is selling resources though, and that's smart, so he can bank the gold. This Paladin is lacking some attack upgrades. He does have one Paladin, I lied. He has a couple Rams, so he might be planning on going for Yellow's base. And Yellow's saying I can't fight them both, but Yellow, do you not know you're not actually fighting them both? I might be missing something. Like, Blue is not attacking Yellow, he's attacking Purple instead, but Purple is allied with Yellow. Yellow is attacking Teal, Teal's allied with Blue. This is so weird. Players can't seem to figure this out. Purple's struggling though. What's Snippy up to? Any petards? Stables in the back, not much. He's sending Mangadai this way, I don't think that's gonna do much. Regular Mangadai. Take a look at the resource from everybody else. Decent gold for Snippy, but he doesn't have a lot of pop. Reddy is dead. Adam... not trading anymore, but the gold is coming in. Remember, he's probably in the best spot with trade, him and Blue. Nadir is definitely struggling at 103 pop. Oh, I thought I saw his king there for a second. Where is it? I swear I saw it running. Well, it's not in castles. It's in someone else's castle. I'm confused. Oh, it's back here! Okay, there it is. I'll control group that. I did see it when I went through the TCs. Crazy Nick seems to be fine. But his resources aren't looking too good. He needs to move his trade. Crazy Nick, he is moving in, and oh, it could be a big onager shot. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Crazy Nick is not fine. He's losing everything to one onager. Unbelievable. It might still survive as well. Looks like Nadir's coming in, but what a shot. What a shot indeed. He needs that gold. Like, Mongols are just so strong with gold, but without it, they're not the best. I would have added in Hussar by now, but that's just me. I like the fact Blue has all the bombard towers up on his trade line. I would really like to see someone go for Blue or Teal's king, because I think Blue's king is still in this TC somewhere. He put it in that castle. That's safer. I'd really like to see someone go for it, you know? Be cutthroat. Because at this rate, Blue and Teal will win because they have the better trade. Let's take a look at Yellow's trade line. I mean, this is not pretty. They need to delete some of these buildings or kill them off. It's not safe, that's for sure. It's not near as good. And oh man, Blue is finally going for it. His Paladin's coming out now. He has some Trebs, and this could be bad for Yellow, who is definitely struggling versus Teal. Now remember, Blue has been allied with Yellow all this time, but I have a feeling he's going to switch shortly. That Onager could do work for Yellow. Look at that. It's going to clear up a lot of units. That's a very good fight for Crazy Nick. Very good fight for him. That just shows you what the Mega Knight can do if they have a little bit of meat in front. Man, Crazy Nick's killing everything. Gotta look at Snippy. He's not out of this game. Is he making petards again? Look what Snippy has! Look what Snippy has! Guys, Snippy, please. For the love of everything in the entire world, go for Bodkin Arrow before you go for this. Snippy has pretty much been forgotten in this game, but he has a ton of Trebs, and I hope he goes for Teal or Blue. And Teal's obviously closer. He could clear out all of these castles if he waits for all these Trebs, and I don't think Teal is gonna focus on Snippy. This is gonna be great. Oh, wow. Paladin's coming in from Blue. What's his plan? Interesting that the king is there. Blue is not allied with Purple, correct? He has Purple as enemy, but Yellow as ally. Unless he switched that, because Blue is, of course, going to push on Yellow eventually. I think. Blue's still just standing right in the middle of warfare, which is just mind-blowing to me. Blue gonna go for that king? Yeah, Blue's gonna go for that king with the Paladins. Oh, man. And he should be able to do it as well. He should be able to take that market out and the tower. But Nadir should be able to run past Paladins if he pays attention. Snippy. He can do this, guys. Get Bodkin Arrow, Snippy. I don't know if you have ballistics either. Come on, man. That market's gonna go down. Oh, the villager behind is repairing. That could be enough. We'll delay it, though. Oh, Blue stopped for a second, but there you go. Tower's next. The king needs to run right when the paladins start attacking the tower. He needs to run right past them. There he goes. Alright. Nadir needs to just hop in a castle. Oh, the quick wall from Nadir, just to delay these guys. Smart move. Nadir should be fine. Alright, fight in the middle. Blue still not doing anything. Teal and Yellow are still fighting. Same old, same old. Snippy is gonna make a move. Please. I mean, it's gonna be better this time. I don't think that Nadir can stop it if that's where Snippy goes, and that's where Snippy is going. Alright, so unfortunately I think Nadir is going to be the next one to go down. Blue is trying to focus him down. Nadir can't deal with Mongol Hussars. He can't deal with the skirmishers. He cannot deal with the Trebs. I don't think Yellow can come over to help either, because Adam is pushing against him hard. And Blue could push against Adam shortly as well, so it looks like Nadir and Adam could be the next to go down. That's a lot of military from Snippy. There's an awful lot of military, and he's going to continue to push in. I think the king is in this castle for Nadir, but if he doesn't have the economy, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. That market's actually going to go down, which is going to be bad for Yellow. That means the trade will stop. Interestingly enough, Nadir does not have Bodkin Arrow, and Snippy does not have Bodkin Arrow, and we're an hour and 22 minutes into this game. But with the Hussars here, and their Mongol Hussars, still with no upgrades from Snippy, he should be able to clear out all those skirmishers with just them alone. But Blue still hasn't done anything. Yellow still hasn't done anything. Keep in mind, Blue could always turn on Adam at any moment. Send in petards, send in paladins, just try and kill the guy. That's possible. Only one player can win this game, I will remind you. Will it be Snippy? I don't know. Snippy has a decent amount of gold. I mean, if he clears out Nadir, he could relocate a market and trade with Adam. There are other possibilities. Snippy doesn't just have the King Snipe. It just blows my mind that Blue has literally done nothing this entire game in the middle, it seems like. What's his kill death? 150 and 90. Compare that to Adam's, compare that to Nick's. He's not doing anything. He's just kind of running around with his units. Look at his resources, it's insane. He's been pop capped for I don't know how long. There's the big push. Holy cow! Are you kidding me? Nadir with the Cavalier coming in, and he does have upgrades on his Cavalier. He's gonna clear almost all of this out. That's a huge slip up from Snippy. No upgrades. I mean, both players with little upgrades, but the upgrades on the Light Cav and the Cavalier will be enough for Nadir to clear out Snippy's units. And now villagers coming over as Nadir is getting cleaned out by paladins and skirms from Blue. He is going to make sure Snippy does not have the king kill. Unbelievable. Teal is still pushing in against Nick. Nick is still trying to hold on. He's now trading with Red's market. That's a really good thought. A really good thought to do that immediately after Nadir's went down. But I think Nadir will die shortly, and that was it. Like, Snippy has a lot of resources. He could have gotten upgrades. He didn't get any defense upgrades, any attack upgrades on his units. Could have been a lot different for him there. And both players were kind of lacking in upgrades, but the one player who did have some upgrades was Nadir, and he won that fight. Plus he had gold units, of course. The one thing about this Andres is that he has all this food and wood, and though he's not really using his military, he will sell every once in a while. He's lacking some upgrades too, but he has a decent amount of them. Adam's going with petards. I want to take a look at Adam's point of view. And Adam does have a decent amount of gold flowing. This castle is going to go down over time because that one bombard cannon from Desandre, and Nadir is down to 22 villagers, 36 total population. He's going to have to make a decision where he needs to run. He has some villagers back here. He has TC. He can try and run that way. The king is in there, I'm pretty sure. Nick is going to have to do this one alone, it looks like. Because Blue is not interested in helping him out versus Teal. I wouldn't be either if I was in his position. No one's pressuring Teal. He's still pushing out. Snippy has a lot of hussars. He probably will make another push for the king. Where did the king go for Nadir? Let's go to his point of view now. Oh, it's in Yellow's castle. Okay, and he's building markets back here. He's just gonna try and help Yellow out as much as possible. Yellow lost that castle, and well, that's never good. He also could lose the hill advantage. Like, if he has to fight at the bottom of the hill, that's gonna be a bad spot. But imagine if Blue were to send out like 40 paladins and just help Yellow out. Blue's just running past the main battle and just raiding everybody else. It's so weird. But yeah, like Nick Basso says, I think Blue will let Yellow and... I think he meant to say I think Blue will yet... I can't speak. I'm trying to read something, and I think he means something else, and I can't speak. I think blue will let yellow and teal kill each other. I think that's what he meant. Because that's what it looks like blue is doing. That's a lot of manga die from Crazy Nick. Oh, gosh, no. Oh, what are you doing? Go back. Go back. Crazy Nick's still hanging in there. He does have some trade. Blue does not like Desandre. Like, he's on the other side, and he's like, you know what? I don't like you. Let's see what Snippy's doing, because we know what Snippy's doing. He's making traps. He needs to kill some wood villagers, man. Like, seriously. I mean, you can see what's happening here. Adam's killing some of his villagers. Look how much wood Snippy has. He's popped. He needs to make these traps. He needs to kill some pop. I did see Blue was sending tribute. That's an interesting point. I saw he was sending it to Adam, but Blue is actually sending tribute to Yellow as well. I'll have to pay attention to that. That's actually pretty funny if he's doing that. Like he's a spectator. Looks like Yellow's received a little bit, Teal's received a little bit, and Blue has sent it. So yeah, it's a good point. Now we have... No! Snippy! Why are you sacrificing your All-Stars? And why are you going after Yellow? Snippy's running over here going after Yellow when Yellow is really in need of help, and that's a good pickoff from Yellow. Yellow's gonna lose another castle, and that one is kind of protecting that trade. Adam is really pushing forward now. Chinese light cav are pretty strong. They're running out. Gonna go after the skirmishers, I assume. A lot of Chukanus. Blue has a lot of bombard cannons. Again, not really doing anything. I wonder if that's a fake from Snippy, or if he really wants to push towards Desandre again. I want to see Snippy go after the big scalp. I really want to see him go for Adam. Just shake things up. Is this a free-for-all or team game? Well, this is a free-for-all, but it's Diplo, so they're able to team with one another. And Blue is very confusing. He's a very confusing fellow. Like, he's allied with Yellow and Teal, who are fighting against one another. He's trading with Teal. He sent resources to both these guys. You would think that since he's trading with Teal, he would attack Yellow, but he's not doing that. He's then attacking the person that Yellow is trading with, but Yellow is his ally. It's all very weird. I think he's also attacking Snippy, and Snippy... I don't know. This is just odd. Snippy's allied with Teal, so... Desandre finally speaks. He says, Yellow, I don't like that perp uses your castles. Well, Desandre obviously does not like purple. Obviously does not like purple. But Crazy Nick is in a bad spot. He's moving his king. Someone just researched Snippy, I believe. Just researched treason. And it actually looks like Desandre is coming to get Snippy. Snippy needs to make a move now. And oh man, I don't think Snippy can defend this. This is unfortunate for him. Still no upgrades on his skirms for his paladins. Oh man, this is bad. This is real bad. He can't do anything against this. He cannot defend this at all. His king's right there. Oh, he's deploying the traps. The king needs to run away. Run away, Snippy. No, Snippy! Run! He's gonna die. Snippy's gonna die. He's dead. I don't think he realized what just happened. He's dead. I think he ungarrisoned the Trebs, was not thinking about the king. Probably would have died anyway. But that's another player down. Meanwhile, Teal's pushing in. We're getting to the point where Blue and Teal are going to have to turn on one another. And who do you favor there? Because I think Yellow is struggling still. He doesn't have the hill. He's losing the relic. Blue still has all his military he's not using. If he wanted to, he could run in and finish off Yellow now, or if he wanted to, he could come in and finish off Teal, which I think would be the better move. Let's look at Yellow's population. It's at 102, and then 200 pop for both Adam and Desandre, so Couple castles in the back from Crazy Nick. They are producing Megadai. He can make one more if he wants. But Adam, he actually has stables over here and he's raiding with Light Catholic. This is messy stuff. Is Blue gonna go for this? Okay, go to Adam's point of view, T90. I think Desandre is gonna go for this. He's gonna go for Adam's King. Actually, where is Adam's King? ECs? No. Castles? No. He has it somewhere else. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the king? Where could it be? You have it in a tower? Yes, it's back there. Okay. Okay, so he has it in the tower. I thought Blue was coming in to go after these castles. I like how Adam has like fake Chukanu's, like a fake. That way players might go for the castles first and alert him that he's being attacked. The Blue still is not going for him. Crazy Nick is still alive, which is pretty crazy. I'm still not sure what Blue's doing in here. Blue hasn't turned on any of these players yet. It's like Blue just wants to stop this trade from happening. Speaking of that, oh, this is bad for Crazy Nick. Just a couple skirmishes from Adam will eventually whittle that trade down. That castle might go down. Oh, that's what Blue's looking for. He's looking for that king from that dare. We haven't talked about in a while. He's right there. He's now in that castle. That's funny. Blue just wants to kill this guy. What does he have against him? I don't know, but it's gonna get away for now. Oh! Is it gonna go down? It might die. So close. Oh man, that was close. Blue not doing much. We know where purple is. In that castle. So I expect Blue to send everything. Now Blue, the one thing that might force Blue against yellow is just to kill purple and take down that castle. I don't know. I like how purple's switching up his castle now. That's smart. But he's out of this game. 5 population. Scorpion's an interesting decision from Adam. Personally, I don't think that's the best move. But Chukanu's in the trade, that's perfect move. Adair's tributed food and resources to Crazy Nick because he's about to die. That's very nice. I like that. Keep in mind, Adam he started the trade first. He got the relics first. He's had the advantage this game. I'd really like to see someone take a run at him. Megadai coming out. The Scorpions actually in this number could pay off against the Megadai. I don't think Crazy Nick with ballistics can just try and run around. I don't think it's going to be successful. He's going for it though. Desandre's selling again. What are his resources looking like now? Probably crazy. Oh my gosh. And you know what? He has Trebs. And you can see that tower. I mean, how obvious is that? If the Trebs start coming this way, we know what's going on. He just turned! He just turned! Wait, no, Adam just turned. What just happened? They both turned on one another. The king from Adam, this is what we've been waiting for. An hour and 45 minutes, finally. Desandre has a ton of gold. Adam needs to run the king now. He needs to run this king away. He could lose it. It's in there. Desandre knows that the Trebs coming. The Trebs are not coming. The Trebs would be really helpful. The tower could go down to Paladins. It's going to take a lot of them. More coming in. Blue's going for it. This is really good. Now, Paladins are rough. It's really hard to pick off kings with Paladins because you need a couple hits. You really need ranged units. Both players are going to lose their trade. I don't know if Adam realizes this. Blue's going for it, guys, and he will get the tower down. Halberdiers are coming over from Adam. He's going to try and stop it. There goes the king, and the king should be safe. But more Paladins coming in from Blue. Low HP. Looks like they can go straight for that town center. No, he's going past the town center. Is he going past the town center? A couple hits received. So close. No more units coming in. No, now Blue has the bomber cannon still here. He can go after this castle if he wants to. But Adam has brought a lot of units back. Oh, but more Paladins coming in from Blue. This is crazy. This is crazy. Notice how nobody's saying anything now. And this is actually pretty bad for Teal to have everything forward. Pretty bad because he needs to be back to defend this. Blue knows what's up and he's going after that castle now. Blue needs to get the Trebs involved. He's probably focusing on so much. Look at this. He's clearing out the siege rams from Adam. The trade will die for both players eventually. This kind of gives Nick an opportunity to come back into this if he wants to trade with Blue. But Blue is making a ton of paladins. I mean, it's not going to be easy for anybody involved because of the amount of gold. Oh, Blue has lost his bombard cannon to that one light cav. Adam is holding on, but his population is now, well, 130. I was waiting for it, Blue, and finally it happens. Look how many paladins he has now. Oh man, Teal has so much exposed here. All the paladins coming out, all the Trebs deployed from Blue. Adam is probably going to be pushed back from the middle. Unbelievable. This is Diplo. And you know what? Nadir is still alive. He has 0 vills, 0 idols, but he has the king. He's gonna see it through to the end. The only possible way he could win is if everybody deleted their units, but, you know, or deleted their kings, but he could at least get second place. Adam has a lot back here. I assume the king's still in there. He hasn't repaired that. There's just paladins everywhere. Crazy Nick says, where did Adam go? Well, Adam got pushed back. And there's a good reason for that. Nick is like, wow, this is nice. I'm liking this. I can try and boom back into this. I'm only 57 pop. I needed that. But man, Blue, he played it smart. He wasn't really the aggressor, and it should have been... Adam should have been suspicious of this. Because Blue wasn't attacking Yellow at all. He wasn't attacking anybody. Alright, well, ton of halberdiers coming out from Adam. He does have some skirms, but the hand cannons are a great counter to halberdiers, obviously. And I'm not sure how that happens, but it looks as though Nadir has lost his king. He actually lost the king. Was it in this castle? I had to check. Well, no. I mean, he doesn't have any population. He lost it somewhere. Not important now. Not important. Big fight. Oh my gosh, that's a good engagement. At the start, anyway, for Adam. There's so many paladins still left. Oh my gosh, I did not see the paladins on the left. Or Nadir, but you hung in there, man. You probably do not like Blue. Might go after him the next time you play him. I thought it was good at the start for Adam, but he's getting pushed back. And Treb's coming in, taking out all these castles. Is it possible for Adam to push this back now? I don't know if it is. Let's see where Adam's at with resources. Let's see where his king's at. Oh man, he is stretched for resources. He's this king there. I mean, he has score lead, but I don't think he can't do it. He can't do it. 101 military for Desandre's and 97 total population, including villagers, for Adam. And it's all gold units for Desandre's. Like, there's no way. There's no way he does this unless he gets some help from Crazy Nick. The question is Crazy Nick gonna actually try and help? Crazy Nick could go for Blue's King, but Blue's King is there and that's well guarded. Desandre is just now talking to Yellow. He's saying, Yellow, help Teal. What? Why is he saying help Teal? That doesn't make any sense. Does he want a challenge? He wants a 2v1? Hold on. What is going on? This Desandre's guy, very confusing all game. Adam has just changed Crazy Nick to ally. And Adam's trying to get help from Crazy Nick. Crazy Nick might just help. Blue might just want to win this with the 2v1. Crazy Nick is saying, what? You need help. And now Crazy Nick is changing Adam to ally. So Blue is like, you know what? Me against the world. Let's do it. Wow, unbelievable. That is savage. Honestly, is yellow going to be able to do it? They don't have trade. The only thing yellow can do, honestly, the only thing I can see yellow doing is... Oh, he does have a little bit of trade. And a relic. Is taking out blue's king. That's the only thing I can see happening. But there's so many bombard towers and so many castles, it's going to be difficult. Blue's now at the top of the hill. He's getting closer to the castles that hold the king for Adam. Adam should be trying to reboom his economy, which he's doing. Now, if Adam were to be able to get a market on the left or something, and hopefully not run into enemy units, but if he were to get a market on the left and maybe trade with Crazy Nick, that'd be a sneaky strat. But it's interesting that right now blue is still not an enemy to yellow. Like, that Paladin's still in there. Blue is very confusing. Look at this. Both these guys not attacking one another. Crazy Nick is asking where's his king, so he's gonna go for the king. But I think Adam is getting closer to his death. Will the Chukunus be enough? That's the question. Chukunu, Halb, Skirm, that's normally a good combo against Teutons. There's so many Paladins, so many hand cannons. Like, look at that. Still 106 military. Markets from Adam. Okay, they're gonna start trading. Is he gonna have enough time, though? What's Crazy Nick up to? His unit's over here. Now, if blue is still... This is interesting, because blue is still allied with yellow, so his buildings will not attack yellow. Yellow could just run in, he has drill in his siege, get underneath the castle and go for it, right? Blue might not realize. One castle down for Adam in a second. His king is still here. Crazy Nick needs to go for it. The king is now running away. This TC. Adam's back up to 120 pop, but you know, he doesn't have the gold. His relics are gonna go down. Well, out, I should say. Blue has siege on her now. I mean, this guy's just a madman. Yellow says, are you holding on? No, he's not holding on. Go, man. Go. I'm gonna go to Blue's point of view. I feel like this is important. We have to see what he can see. He probably assumes the king is there. He sees yellow. He's allied with yellow. Still. And he has no military over here. He's making everything. Champions now. These castles will go down for Adam. There's nothing Adam can do about it. Adam has his king back here. I don't like that move. I don't like that move at all. He shouldn't wall it in. He should just run away when he needs to. He might delete them though. Because soon Desandre is going to know that there's no king in there. He's going to run in towards... And... Okay. Crazy Nick. Now, if you're Crazy Nick right now, your heart is beating like crazy. He's trying to go around. And we'll see if Blue realizes. His king is in here. Wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy if Blue loses his king? Because obviously... Now, Blue actually has his units defending the, I guess, the Megarandom of yellows as well. Petards from Crazy Nick as well. Blue is pushing in against teal. I don't think he realizes this. Oh, there we go. He has realized this now. Is it in time? I think it is going to be in time. Siege Onager could be a big shot. He's missed. But the Megarandom cannot take out the castle. Somehow he still got a big shot. Didn't look like it. Big shot on the pikeman. Oh my gosh. This is a good response. Oh, a huge shot. Oh my gosh. The destruction from this one SO. Another big shot. Oh, Nick. No, Nick. The petards are all down. Blue is now over here. Will the castle go down? It's a Teuton castle as well. With a ton of HP. With murder holes. That castle will not go down. It's a good attempt from Crazy Nick. but it was not crazy enough. Still, Adam is somewhat safe. Is he trading? He is trading. Come on, Adam. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Come on, Crazy Nick and Adam. It's funny how you root for different people throughout the game, you know? Desandre is now gonna push forward and attack Crazy Nick. He doesn't like the fact that he went for that. Crazy Nick has his king there. And he doesn't have much military. Mongol pikemen not very good. Mongols have camels for that. But he has a lot of pikemen coming out, and he has a... You know what? If he keeps running around with his Mangadai and distracting the Paladins, he might be in an okay position, because he's got a lot of free hits. But now the champions are coming in, and that's where the problem lies. Champions can shred the pikemen. Good army composition from Blue, I'll be honest. Like, he added the champions in, I was curious as to why, but he's adding them in to counter these pikemen now. We're pretty good. But you know what? Adam is not done. Still, it's gonna be very difficult, but he's not finished. And Blue is finished with Crazy Nick, okay. Spies have leaked the knowledge of your king's location. That was the message to Nick, and that was probably the message to Adam as well. So Desandre is using all his extra gold. I'm not sure where the king went for Adam. Not sure where he put it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's down here or something. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nick says, oh no, he's gonna kill me. I'm pretty sure he's gonna kill both of you guys. Yeah, now he says, no, wait, the Paladin's coming this way. And oh no, Desandre is gonna chase down the king. Now this is interesting. Desandre, I'm pretty sure, is going, yep, look at this. He's going for Adam's king, which is running around. Now that's a time waster. Crazy Nick is gonna go back and try and take out Desandre's king. I don't know how I feel about this move, as Adam runs back to his base. Look at this. I mean, you only see the king for a couple seconds. This is a waste of time for Desandre's. Like I said, Paladins, they don't even one-shot the king. Blue's not gonna get there. And Desandre's wasted, I think he did treason twice, so he's wasted all his extra gold. He has one relic, that's it. And Adam's gonna get his 2 relics back. And Adam has an ally he's trading with. Is Desandre's gonna hold on to his advantage here, guys? Or is he gonna waste it? As he has a lot of weak paladins that could go down to halberdiers. Look at that. This is crazy. Speaking of crazy, Crazy Nick pushing in. Desandre was at 100 military, he's now at 89. A lot of that's in the middle wasted, and it's just skirmishers. What a game, what a game. Just think back, Snippy, Fozzie, Reddy, Dupe, Nadir, all these players. They all played a part. And now the final 3 are still going at it. I'm pretty sure that Blue killed his own unit. Crazy Nick's going for it, man. He is going for it. Siege Ram is really what Crazy Nick needs. I don't know if he has the pop for it, though. But Adam's up to 161 pop. He has 12 trade cards, 10 for Crazy Nick, and no trade for Desandre's. Look at these guys. They're talking to each other. Do you have wood? Yes. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Keep going. Keep going. All Blue. This is smart from Blue. Blue's running down here. He still sees that trade's running. He's gonna try and kill the trade. It's almost impossible to lock down the trade if you're Adam and Crazy Nick, because it's like running across the middle of the map. And Crazy Nick is still struggling because champions from Blue still around, Paladins from Blue still around. He's just getting the last attack upgrades of Blast Furnace. But all that Crazy Nick needs to do is hold on. Just hold on. Wait for Adam to do something, because Adam can go this way and go right towards that king as well. And he's still pushing. It's a 2v1 situation. Adam is a fighter, man. He should probably snag that relic. Does suck for Crazy Nick. He's losing a lot of his trade. He has to be careful not to lose that castle. Adam needs Crazy Nick. Crazy Nick needs Adam. And it's not looking good for Crazy Nick. He has deleted his market, or at least he's pulled his trade back. He's only on 72 population. Adam's doing good on the other side. Oh man, this is intense. Look at Desandre's. Skirmishers queued up in every range. Halberdiers in every barracks for the most part. I think Desandre is gonna hold the middle for now, which is very bad for Crazy Nick. They need some help, but you know what? Desandre is going back. Now, do you remember? Think back. Desandre said, "Help Teal," and now he might be regretting that, because the longer this goes on, the more trade that Adam gets. He's at well, 11 trade carts now, 12 for Crazy Nick. Like, that trade adds up over time. We talked about that earlier. Blue took advantage of it. 2v1 situation is never good. These oh, well, look at this. These bombard towers will go down to the siege rams if nothing comes over from Desandre's. Looks like he's sending support now. Slowly, they will whittle away at Desandre. Slowly, they will take him out. They're going for the castle now. Even if they lower the HP, that's helpful in a future attack. What a long, crazy game. And now, look at this. Nick's going to send the trade this way. They're trading with one another. What great teamwork from Crazy Nick and Adam. And they were fighting each other the entire game as well. Think back. Look at the KD for Adam and for Crazy Nick. They were fighting amongst themselves. Like, Blue was just watching them fight the entire time. Blue turned on both of them, and now Crazy Nick and Adam are fighting against Blue. This is a true Diplo game. Adam needs to be careful with the siege rams. He has them exposed. There's a lot here, and he doesn't want to lose them. Bombard cannon also exposed, but I mean, a lot of bombard towers are going down, which means Megadai can run in easier. Really, any range unit can run in easier, which is what you need to pick off a king. This is awesome. And if I were Adam, I would go for the military buildings. That's what you need to go for. Blue's unable to pay attention to both sides. I don't think he's going to kill the king. And normally I wouldn't be happy in situations where players like win the game 2v1 for someone and then say, okay, this is the end, GG, and just one person resigns. But in this case, I would be happy with it because this has just been a splendid game. And if they're able to kill Blue, it would be amazing. Again, the siege rams are exposed. How's Adam doing with population? 155. He's kind of running out of wood. But the trade is kind of flowing. Look at the gold for Desandre's. Only a relic bringing in gold. Adam, well, he has just... Oh, he has 2 relics. He has to be careful not to lose these. He's going for a castle here. That's dangerous. But he does have the trade, guys. And the trade will add up over time. Crazy Nick has a crazier and crazier army. Man, I'm hyped. Crazy Nick is now up to 132 pop. So in total, they out-pop Desandre's. In total, they out-trade Desandre's. In total, they out-teamwork Desandre's. But Desandre's has finally brought his army over here. He had a lot of halbs and skirms. Oh, man. I don't think he's going to stop that castle, so he might need to run away. He's gonna try, though. It's at 90%. It will go up. It will go up. He might try and focus it down. He did that before. This could be a mistake for Blue to fight underneath this castle. He's sending a lot of units. No siege. 1 bomber cannon, actually. Oh, but he's found the trade. This is actually really good for Desandre's. Desandre's, who I am obviously biased against at this point, has found the trade, and now he knows that he could maybe send some skirmishers into the middle. Actually has a halberdier there as well. Skirmishers in the middle would kill all the trade, and that'd be huge. And he has all the skirmishers on the right, but he hasn't realized that that'd be a good idea yet. Crazy Nick's trying to help out with the Mongol pikemen I talked about. Desandre's is at 160 pop. Adam's at 190 pop. I mean, this is swinging in favor of Adam and Crazy Nick. Like I said, fighting beneath the castle is never a good idea. I think Adam will probably repair this, and that bombard cannon is exposed. We'll probably go down for Desandre's. He might be regretting asking Crazy Nick to help out Adam, because now he is getting pushed back on both sides. Unbelievable. Keep in mind, on the right, he doesn't have many bombard towers left. He doesn't have any stone left. He doesn't have any gold left. And now Teutonic Knights coming up from blue. Are you kidding me? He's gone with Teutonic Knights? I just talked about his gold situation. Did he sell a lot of resources? Oh, wow. That's a lot of TKs. TKs is obviously an abbreviation for Teutonic Knights. He doesn't have Elite, which would be devastating to the army composition, the trash army composition of Crazy Nick. Fat Knights assemble. His fire Enzo, it's pretty funny. But you know what? Look at this. Crazy Nick and Adam, while their trade is still running, they're like, we got this. We're running over. And if they kill the king, they're in a good spot. They're in the best spot. And they're still pushing over with rams. Amazing stuff. But that's a lot of Teutonic Knights. Desandre is definitely selling resources. But the Mangadai can shred that, and if Nick is able to get more trade going, he can add more Mangadai in. Skirmishers are okay versus regular Teutonic Knights, but not in that number. But still, I don't know what the game plan is for Desandre. He can't win the game with just Teutonic Knights. They're very slow. Elite would maybe kill Crazy Nick right now, but now that Mangadai are coming in out of this one castle, and it looks like Crazy Nick has a bit of time, I think he may be okay. It's crazy because we will see a big attack with these guys. Desandre may sell for Elite too. One thing I don't like from Adam is he's sending in all these siege rams unprotected. This is a crazy game. I am losing my mind. I'm getting follows as well coming in, so all these people are kind of joining. They're joining at a good time. Mangadai gonna run in there and pick off an expensive piece of siege of Desandre's. Desandre's is trying to think of what to do right now, because he's lost all his production buildings up here. He's trying to make halves. I'm sure you remember he was spamming. Well, he can't spam without the building. That king is in there. That castle is 2/3 of the way down. But, Adam, please stop sending the rams in like this. I don't like it. You're up to 18 trade carts now, but you need them protected. If you had skirmishers here, they'd kill all these vills. Lightcap, kill all the vills. But now he has trebs. And oh gosh, the TKs are coming this way. And Desandre is gonna call it before he loses the king. He's saying, okay guys, this is GG for me. If you want to call it a tie, oh man, there's no way this is a tie, Desandre's. There's no way. Just for time reasons, there's no way this is a tie. You're going to die. If Crazy Nick and Adam call this a tie, I will be thoroughly disappointed, because Desandre just resigns because he knows he's going to lose the game. Adam says he only has a few minutes, but Crazy Nick says his heart is beating. Desandre will not win the game. And now Adam and Crazy Nick are like, now what? Because we're trading with one another. What do we do? We're best friends now. What do we do, guys? I would be okay with them resigning now. But Crazy Nick doesn't want to lose. Like I said, I would have been cool. It's funny because this Desandre is still doing damage with his Teutonic Knights. Like I said, you know, if they finish the big man off, I would have been happy with the game, and I'm very happy with the game, but we'll have to see what they decide. Now, Crazy Nick says you'll shred me. I don't think that's the case. You were my brother for like half an hour. I don't think that's the case. I actually think that Crazy Nick would have an advantage as Mongols. They're still trading with one another. Then again, Crazy Nick, I believe, has 1 relic, right? Yeah. And 1 castle. And now he's just changed, and he's going to try and kill him. He's going to try and kill Adam, so both players will lose their trade. And Adam with the 11 in the chat, so Crazy Nick wants to win this game. Keep in mind that Crazy Nick and Adam were fighting each other for a while. Well, that's a large army for Crazy Nick. He's lacking the siege. Mangadai coming in. Look at Snippy, still doing damage from the dead, of course. Who else? And this might be Adam running towards the middle to just suicide. Or he had his king down here, and he actually wants to win the game. Yeah, you know what? He forgot about his king down there. Crazy Nick was going for it. He knew it was there. That was close. Oh man. See, I figured Adam had to go or something, and he was just gonna toss his king into the Mangadai fire, but actually he had it hiding down here, and Crazy Nick's like, where is he? That's funny. That is funny. The king is now out here. Adam is going for this, guys. This game is continuing. It will not end. Now, the king's in the middle. Why is Adam doing this? Why is he running around? Desandre's in the chat, man. That was one heck of a game, man. And yeah, I mean, though in the end I did want you to lose, it was only because it would have made the game great. The way you played that was great. Yeah, I was not trying to bash your play at all, man. My king will do battle with you. Well, the king's right there. I think the game's gonna end right now. Shoot it, Crazy Nick. Shoot it, Crazy Nick. Shoot it, Crazy Nick. Shoot the king! Crazy Nick! Shoot the king! Nick! What are you doing? Nick! The king's right there! Shoot it! Shoot the... What is going on? Are you kidding me? How did you not shoot that? There's skirmishers there. Mangadai? Oh man! You just missed a huge opportunity, man. Pikeman won't do it. I'm pretty sure Adam wanted to die. Nick was not patrolling. He just ran right by. Oh man. They call him Crazy Nick for a reason. Unbelievable. The king's still hanging out. What a game this has been. What a game this has been. The question is Adam actually going to try and win this? Like, what's the game plan from him? Because him sending his king out into the middle like that leads me to believe that he is not interested in actually trying to finish this off. Or maybe this is his way to lure Nick into bad fights and, you know, waste all his resources. Oh, the king's gonna die! The king's gonna die. GG. GG, I hated you, then I loved you. That was epic. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Yeah, I think that's how it had to end, really. It had to end that way. That was a perfect game. Let's try and recap. Let me try and gather my thoughts. Well, first of all, you know, Adam, who lost the game, was very smart from the beginning. You know, he set up a trade route with Dupe, and Dupe tried to kill him because, like I said, normally the person who is the strongest player tries to get killed off, and that happened more than twice. I think it happened 3 times at least to Adam. So Dupe went down eventually, just because he went for that pick-off, and that was a good attempt from Dupe. And then eventually Desandre and Adam formed what seemed to be an unbreakable alliance. Then we'll talk about Snippy. Snippy, we knew what he was going to do from the very beginning. Anytime Snippy is in a game like this, he always does it. And, well, he got spotted by Adam. So he decided to go to Nader, who I kind of feel bad for. I mean, he was attacking red, who's another player who was trapped this entire game. It does happen. But I feel bad for Nader, because he's being attacked by blue, who's like on the other side and running through the fights of teal and yellow. He was kind of picked on. So the players that were kind of picked on went down first, like red and purple. But then Crazy Nick, and I think the players that need to talk about, obviously the top three, the players that were in it to the very end for the most part. Crazy Nick, he had to go through an awful lot. Like, he did not have the trade route that Adam had or Desandre had. He had to trade with a player who was dying or a player who died. Then he had to trade with Reddy's market, this market maybe. Like, he was trading with dead players for a while, and he's being attacked by a variety of units in the middle. So he did a good job, even not having gold sometimes as Mongols. And I was impressed by his play. And also his cutthroat play to go after the king at one point, even though blue, I think, was waiting for it. Blue, I think, made this game interesting in the end. Because had blue steamrolled yellow with teal, and then just turned on teal after that, it wouldn't have been near as good. I think what he did made it really fun to watch, and that's the type of Diplo stuff you want, right? Just pretend it's real life, pretend it's countries trying to gain ground and things like that. That's exactly what blue did this game, and it was pretty good. And to be honest, he was kind of an interesting topic to discuss throughout the game, because he was just standing in the midst of these battles and not doing anything. He was just friends with everybody that was strong. Let's look at the achievements, and we'll talk about that. Adam with a crazy kill death. Desandre had the best kill death ratio, I think, right? Yep, he did. Poor Fozzie. I didn't touch on Fozzie. Fozzie, I'm sorry if you're there. I should have talked about you. Your map really was bad, and Desandre's picked on you early on. I didn't mention you. That's why your statistics are not very good. But yeah, Desandre's just killed everything, but unfortunately he ran out of steam. He didn't have any friends left. Gold collected, you can see. There's the trade profit. Adam really profited from the early trade. A lot of stone. Hard to focus on all the small things. You can see blue was sending resources to two different players who ended up attacking him in the end. It's so weird. And then the researches and all that as well. Society stats. Relic gold. Just a crazy game. The timeline. I mean, how do you make sense of that? Like, blue goes up and then goes down. Yellow goes up and then eventually wins the game. Just, crazy game, crazy game, crazy game, crazy game. And that's probably one of the best Diplo games that I have ever casted. What a game. What a game that was, and well played to all the players. Let's award the bets. I'll turn some music on.